Have you ever wondered how to buy a home not using conventional bank financing? I was having a conversation with my personal trainer the other day, and he was telling me that he's looking at buying a home. He's going through the pre-approval with the bank to either buy the home that he's in or to buy a different home. So I started asking questions saying, hey, so tell me about the home that you're living in right now. He said, well, my parents own the home and we pay about $2,000 a month. I said, well, that's awesome. Your parents own it. Have you ever thought about doing seller financing from your parents? He hadn't really heard of that term before. I said, well, this is kind of a win-win situation. Your parents become the bank for you, and you guys and then pay them directly instead of paying a bank your mortgage. Um, this works out great for your parents because if they were to sell the home, he said it was worth around $400,000. He said if you were to sell the home using an agent, they would pay a 5% agent fee, so they would only pocket about $380 out of that 400. Selling it directly to you, they're actually going to get full price because it's direct to buyer of $400,000. Now on top of that, they're going to make interest from you because now they become the bank. So now let's walk through what that situation would look like and how to set up that seller financing. So let's say they put 5% down on $400,000, so that'd be $20,000. So their mortgage to their parents would then be $380,000. Let's do a 5% interest rate amortized over 30 years. Now, amortized over 30 years means if you made the exact same principal and interest payment to the bank, that it would be paid off over that 30-year period. Now, maybe the parents don't want it to go 30 years. So let's do a 10-year balloon payment. So at the end of 10 years, they either have to refinance the home to pay off their parents, or they need to sell the home to pay off their parents. But maybe the parents at the end of 10 years, they're like, hey, we love this extra $2,000 a month. The nice thing about this situation is where they were just throwing away $2,000 a month in rent, now they own something. Now with insurance and taxes on top of that $2,000 a month payment, they're probably going to be paying about $2,500 a month, which is $500 more than what they're currently paying, but they own the home. And over that 10-year period, their principal pay down on that loan will be about $70,000 that they would have just thrown away to rent payments. Now, on top of that, you have appreciation of homes. Over the last 20 years, the national average has been around 5% appreciation per year. That means over that 10-year period of owning that home will now be worth $650,000. And they will only owe $310,000. So they'll have $340,000 in equity at the end of that 10 years. If they just continued to rent, they would not only have thrown that money away, they would have zero equity. So this is a win-win situation for everybody. The parents are making $1,600 a month in interest. The kids now own a home. I think this stuff is awesome to do seller financing instead of the bank making all the interest. If you guys have any questions about how to make this happen or how this actually works, just hit me up. Questions I'd love to answer. Thanks.